bring your feet together and your knees wide. And spread on out on that mat. Just reach your arms out long. Drop your forehead down to the floor. Immediately take a big breath in and out. And just arrive. Just take a little moment to feel into your body. To feel into your spine. Caress your palms, your spread wide palms, forward and down into the mat. And draw back through your hips towards your heels. Give a little gentle wag to your tail. And let there be a sigh out your mouth. Using this time as you see fit. So take a moment to form an intention for your practice as your forehead drops into the earth. Just make a little pact with the earth and with your being. What would you like for this time for you? What brings you most deeply into your true authentic nature? How can this practice support that? Go ahead and let your shoulders also kind of roll side to side, pawing out one palm and then the other. And this may draw you into rolling your head side to side. So allow that movement through the head and the shoulders and even the hips again to happen. Pawing out through each arm and palm, fingertip. Take another sigh out. Stick out the tongue this time. And go ahead and walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. Left hand comes on top of right. Outer right shoulder draws back as the inner elbow rolls up toward the ceiling on that right arm. So there's a clockwise movement through the shoulder girdle, the ball and the socket of the shoulder. Pull back through your right hip and open up that waistline and rib spaces. Take a big breath into those spaces. Maybe a squeeze of your belly on your exhale. Take one more big breath in. And this time sound it outside. I'll make a little sound. No one can hear you. Let's walk on over to the other side. Right hand comes on top of left. And go ahead and just explore this side. Sides may be very different. Needs may be very different on each side. So attend to what's here, to what you need, to what gives you the biggest glimmers and the biggest balance in your body, in your mind. Be courageous and open up the spaces that feel like they're closed off. And be courageous to breathe big into those spaces. And let's come on back to center. And take a moment, rise on up, and just walk your legs out. Just spread one leg back and then the other, coming on the ball of each foot, reaching long through each leg. And we're going to come into rabbit pose. So you're going to bring your head down to the mat. And bring your hands to the back of your neck and head. And tuck your chin deeply into your chest or in towards your neck. And use your hands to guide the back of the neck open. You're going to roll beyond the crown of the head toward the back of the head. So you're going to get a nice stretch for the back of the neck. And the hips rise. And the hands may stay supported on the head or neck. That might feel most safe. Might also give you a little more invitation to open. You could also choose to reach your hands through your inner thighs and walk your fingertips back and open up the back of the neck, open up the shoulders. Take a breath into the back of the neck and the very upper part of your upper back. And just enjoy that stretch. 2 breaths. Exhale it out the mouth and walk your hands back so you come back to all fours and come right away into your cats and cows. And you may move a little more slowly because you got that big stretch on the back of the neck. So find your inhales and exhales. On inhale, opening the front body, lifting chin, chest, eyes, and tail. And on exhale, rounding the back body. Again, letting that head drop in the tail. Also round in and squeeze the belly. And just move. Just move between these places. Opening and closing. Breathing into it. Getting a little rhythm through the breath and the movements. And really touring your spine, just touring, like taking a little tour of your spine. Where does it need a little more opening, a little more movement? Maybe you're creaky. I'm taking this right away into some spirals and circles and swirls and getting a little creative with the movement. You can do that too, or you can stay with the plain old cat and cow, always great. But take a moment to feel into your head and your shoulders and your hips, all of the above. And then let's go ahead and curl the toes under and rise our way into downward facing dog and walk it out. Take your time arriving here. Spread your palms. Come up on the tippy toes of your feet and then reach your heels down one at a time. And paw your palms forward like we did at the beginning of the child pose and draw your chest back. And just let your body be the fluid being that it is. Remember that you're 75–80% water or some kind of liquid fluid resembling water. And then let's walk the feet together and bend both knees. Come on up on the tippy toes, bend both knees. Press your palms forward, draw your hips back, and really arch your back like the cow pose, lifting your sitting bones and dropping through your chest and your belly. You might even look forward with your eyes. Then let your head drop. And then straighten your legs, come up on tippy toes, palms press forward. Still see if you can find that cow arch to the back. Lifting your sitting bones, inhale. Exhale, heels come down to or toward the floor. Still, palms are pressing forward. Belly is pulling in and up as the chest draws back. Roll each inner elbow forward, grounding through thumb and index finger. Give your head a little nod, yes, and let that head release. And shake it out, no, gently, gently. Let's go ahead and flow the right leg up to the sky and circle out that right ankle. Circle it in both directions. Lift it up higher, higher, higher. Bend the knee and roll your hip open. Stay long through the left side. Let your head drop heavy. And feel the back arch through the right side. Pull back through your outer left hip. Drop through your right armpit. Be balanced through your hands. Let's take a circle out with that right knee. And work with your breath. Love this up through your body. Feel the churning and turning of the energy in the lower half of your body. And then let's launch the right leg up to the sky. Straighten it out. Big breath in. And exhale, round in knee to nose. And let's go ahead and step the right foot forward and sink your way down onto your left knee. And just draw your hands up to the front thigh on that right leg and dip your hips down deep. And take your time with this. It may be in increments that you dip. Gently dip. And circle the shoulders out now. So dipping forward, circling shoulders. Dipping forward now. Just find a little more stillness through the upper body. Take a breath into the lower body, opening up the front of that left hip. Let's reach the arms on up and clasp the thumbs and dip your hips. Drop your shoulders and find a really comfortable place for your neck and your eyes and your chest. And just take a deep breath into the sinking of the hips, the lifting of the heart for 3, 2, one more breath as you bend the elbows into that goddess pose or goal pose shape. One more breath. And then hands come down. Let's straighten both legs and pull back through the hips. And bow your head on heavy and say hello to that hamstring on the right side. If you need to gently bend the knee, that's okay. You can also choose to lift the 5 toes of the right foot. Pull back through your hips, bow your head down, and breathe. Squeeze your belly in on every exhale. Bow your head a little deeper. Maybe shake it out. Last breath here, inhale. Bend your right knee, let's fly, standing split. Left leg floats to the sky, head drops heavy. Shake out your head, lift your left leg high. And breathe, and play. Maybe you take one hand off the floor and bring it to your right ankle. Maybe both hands come off. See what's there for you. Just have a good time. Enjoy your body, its strength. Feel its qualities. What is it about you that makes you so special and beautiful? Last breath here, celebrating yourself, your beauty. Let's step it back strong, high plank. And let's come down onto the knees and the chest and the chin. Make a little wiggle worm with your body. And then come down onto your belly and up into Sphinx pose. So you're on your forearms. Shoulders are dropping away from ears. And just move your head around, move your shoulders and upper chest around a little bit. Just loosening up the neck. And you can even make a little semicircle with your head, your chin coming down and up. Little smile line. Pause and come to center. Find the strength of your legs in this pose, really reaching back. And straighten your arms just a little bit. Walk your hands back a little bit. More weight in the hands. Chest lifting. Maybe the eyes lift. Squeeze your butt. Find your legs. Take a breath. And then walk your hands back even further. And let's come on up to plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, press your way back, downward facing dog. Take a little sigh out the mouth. Paw this out with your hands and your feet. Let's turn the toes to the left and the heels to the right. Spreading through that left side. And then let's turn it to the other side, toes to the right, heels to the left. And come on back to center, feet together again. Bend your knees a lot. Press your palms forward, draw your chest and belly back, lift your sitting bones, arch your spine a little bit. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, straighten your legs, come up on tippy toes, still pressing forward with palms, back with belly and chest, breathe into it. And then heels draw down, chest draws back, palms press forward, legs are strong. Left leg flows to the sky, circle out that left ankle. Circle it in both directions. And when you're ready, bend the knee and roll your hip open. And pull back through your outer right hip, staying long through the right side. When you're ready, take a nice circle with the left knee. Churning out through the hip joint. Woo. And in your own timing, launch your left leg high to the sky. Pull back through your hips, press forward with your palms, breath in. Exhale, round and squeeze in, knee to nose. And let's step left foot forward, come on down onto the right knee. Dip your hips on deep, hands come to that front thigh. This time we'll interlace the hands back behind and squeeze the shoulder blades together, broaden your collarbones, and launch your heart up to the sky as you are sinking your hips deeper and deeper. Breathing deeper and deeper. Letting go, as well as drawing in. Opening the front of that right hip, right thigh. Maybe the eyes look up a little bit. Find the comfort for your shoulders and your chest and your neck and your eyes. Take a breath. Feel the fullness of the moment. Celebrate it. And go ahead, hands plant. Straighten both legs. Pull your hips back and find your way with this. Now, let your head really bow down and come into strength into that back leg. Maybe the 5 toes of the left foot pull up for a little extra stretch for the calf and the hamstring and the sole of the foot, the toes. You play in your own way. And really breathe into the body. Really charge the body up with breath. inhales and exhales, awareness and love. Take one more breath into this moment. Bend your left knee, let's fly, standing split. Right leg flows to the sky, head bows down heavy. See what you can do to find the courage of this pose as well as the release. It's such a nice combination. Breathe into your strength. Breathe into your play. Breathe into the way your body moves so beautifully, so perfectly, just your way. Take another breath. Feel the fullness of the moment. And then let's step it back strong, high plank. And come on down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to your version of upward dog. Maybe it stays low, maybe it comes a little higher this time. Shoulders drop away from ears wherever you are. Stretch through the heart. And let's find our way, high plank. And press on back, downward facing dog. Breath in, sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring step or float to the front. Lift and lengthen, reach on out, flat back, and exhale, fold down. Let your head drop. Bend your knees a lot. Take your hands to the back of your head or hair and just give a nice tug or pull. Any kind of massage, any kind of touch that feels really generative as well as releasing and gives you a connection to yourself and the way that you can love yourself, the way that you can heal yourself and touch yourself, all the different layers of self. Allow your spine to just dangle. And you might continue touching with your hands, or you may let those hands release. You might take opposite hand to opposite elbow. Your knees could be bent a little or a lot or not at all. And just create some space for your spine to turn upside down for a few moments here. Really letting that happen. Turning your world upside down often helps. Make some changes. Shifts perspective. Releases things we're holding on to. Take a big breath in. And sigh out. Release your hands wherever they are. Toe heel your feet together, bend your knees, and roll your way up gently, gently, gently to standing. Reach your arms out wide and pause there. And just take a moment. Pinkies up, thumbs down, feet together. Shoulders drop and heart lifts. And just take a moment here. Perhaps you formed an intention at the beginning of your practice. Now hold it. Hold it in your heart and reach it out through your hands. So the heart deeply connected to the hands. Spread down through each toe and each side of the heel, inside, outside of heel. Really spread the sole of your foot, ground into the earth. Feel this moment of connection, rooting and rising. Go ahead and drop your fingertips down and open your inner wrists. Breathe. And then turn it in the other direction. Open the outer wrist. Give your fingers a little wiggle. And then we'll take a little dance here with the arms through the arms. And dance from the heart out the arms, wrists, and fingers. Woo! Make some sound if it feels good for you. And then reach those arms high. Ground through the feet, rise through the heart and the fingertips. Drop through the shoulders and take a back bend to your degree, any degree. Oh, maybe it's a little, maybe it's a lot, but see if you can open your heart just a little crack more. Inhale. And exhale, hands come right down through the heart. Just pause a breath. And then we'll float the arms high, breath in. Exhale, swan dive forward and down, let it go. Inhale, reach long, lift and lengthen, flat back, belly strong. Exhale, step back, high plank. This time, chaturanga, hovering, low push-up. Inhale to your version of back bend, up dog, cobra, whatever it is. Drop, shoulders drop, arms are strong, legs are strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg high, bend the knee, and again, roll your hip open. Take that nice circle out with that right knee. Enjoy. And then reach the leg super high, inhale. Exhale, squeeze in rounded knee to nose. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, tricep, shoulder, lift it high. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, take a twist, spin right to left. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, we'll step forward into the high lunge. Right foot steps, stay on the ball of the left foot. And before you rise up, just take a moment and lift, buoy up that left thigh and drop the right sitting bone. And pull your right heel back toward your right sitting bone. So feel your pelvis and how it moves. This is just creating a little more freedom for the hip. So lift that back leg, ground through the front foot. Let's rise on up, high lunge. Reach the arms high, sink through your hips like we did when the knee was down, but enervate, really come strongly into that left thigh. Take a breath in here. Now bend the elbows down the back so the hands are together, palms facing each other, fingertips dropping down toward the floor. And just let your head nestle into your arms. Lift your elbows, lift your heart, take a breath, inhale. And we're gonna come into a figure four. So hands come to the heart, left elbow crosses over to the front thigh. Left ankle rather, crosses over to the front thigh. And sink your hips to your degree. Maybe you can come quite deep. Maybe elbows come to either side of that front shin. Heart is open, hips are opening. Take 2 breaths. Woo. Drop that left knee down toward the floor. Rise back up. Let's swing wide, warrior 2. Go ahead and reverse your warrior, straightening out your right leg. Long line through the right side. And we'll land back in the warrior 2. We'll take that a couple times. Inhale, straighten, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Deeply bend a little deeper into the lunge. One more time. And this time we'll land it into side angle. Right elbow to thigh. Left arm extends over ear. Long line through left side. Spin your belly, deep belly. Spin through the ribs. Spin through the heart. Take a half bind round the back. And circle out that left shoulder. Reach your right arm forward. Find this connection from right fingertips through back heel. And then bring your right hand even deeper down, maybe down to a block or your ankle or shin. Spin your heart one more time. And then we're gonna walk the hands down to the front of the mat, drop the left knee, open your right toes out to the right, and check for gum under the sole of the right foot. Woo. And sink your hips nice and deep. And just rock this out side to side. Just move it around. You might even roll all the way onto the side of the hip. Just see what feels good. And then come for a moment to stillness and just bow your head down. Come onto the forearms and bow your head. And just let that hip have some time. Breathing into it. 2 more breaths. Let's roll onto the outer left hip. And right hand comes to that bent right knee and send that right knee away. And you'll get a nice lot of information through this right thigh, right hip. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and lift your chest. And take another breath. And then we're gonna unwind and turn your toes to face forward. We're gonna fly into our standing split once again. Deep breath in. Exhale this time, just bring your left foot to meet your right and bow on down. And roll your way up to standing. And reach your arms out wide and high. Inhale. Just take stock, just notice what you feel. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath in and out. Reconnecting to the earth. Breath in. Reach your arms wide and high. Exhale, swan dive forward and down. Inhale, reach long, lift and lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa through your way. We'll meet in down dog. High plank, low push-up, upward facing, or whatever's working for you. Downward facing dog. Left leg flows to the sky, bend the knee and roll your hip open, enjoy. And then take that circle, big circle with the left hip circling in both directions. Left leg flows to the sky, inhale. Exhale, left knee to left, elbow, tricep, shoulder, float it. Inhale, high. Exhale, spin it off to the right. Inhale, high. Exhale, let's center it up and step forward. And take a moment before you move. Lift your right thigh, drop your left sit bone. Feel your pelvis balancing and freeing up. We have two halves to the pelvis and they meet in the center of the sacrum. So there's movement there. So really play with that, enjoy it. Now spread into those left toes and ball and heel of left foot as well. Find the strength of the right leg and from there we'll rise. And reach your arms high into that high lunge. Feel the energy through the back leg, shoulders dropping, fingertips reaching, and then bend your elbows and place your hands down your back. Fingertips point down. Sink through your hips. Squeeze your deep belly and lift your heart. Let your heart be free and open. Take a breath. And then draw the hands back to heart center. We're gonna fly into our figure four. Right ankle crosses over left thigh. Sink your hips down deep. To your degree, maybe your elbows touch your leg. Maybe they don't. Be kind. Feel the intensity of the experience wherever it is you are. Enjoy that for 3, 2, last breath. We're gonna swing it wide into warrior two. I'll just step the other way so you can see. And take a little dance through the arms. A little shimmy through the arms, through the wrists, through the fingers. Feel your groundedness into those legs, your power, your big energy source here. Lots of energy through the body. And let's reverse the warrior and straighten out the left leg and just feel into the stretch for the left side, inhale. Exhale back to warrior two, deepen. Inhale, straighten and stretch and open. Exhale back, warrior two. Last one, inhale. This time we'll land in the side angle lunge, elbow to thigh, right arm extends over ear, shoulders, drop them down away from ears. Check in with your head. Is it loose and relaxed? Whole right side gets a big side stretch. Enjoy. And then go ahead, take a half bind, wrap your right arm around the back. And we're going to send the left arm forward. And breathe into that. Connect fingertips through back leg. And then left hand comes down a little deeper, maybe down to the shin or a block or your ankle. And spin your heart way open for 3, 2, last breath. Turn, turn, turn. Turn so your hands come down to the floor. Drop your right knee down and turn your left toes out. And again, check for gum under the sole of the left foot. Sinking your hips, move it around. Just move this around a little bit. Just play, have fun, breathe. And when you're ready to find stillness, do that. And just deepen in. Come down if you can onto your forearms. You might keep your arms straight, you might be on a block. But breathe into that left thigh, hip. All of those places, who knows where you're feeling it. Different for everyone. One more breath. And let's take 2 more breaths. Make them deep and full so that 2 breaths equals 4 breaths. And then we're gonna roll onto our right side. And left hand comes to that inner left knee and send that knee away with your hand and open your chest. Keep your chest rising, pressing out of the floor through that right forearm, lengthening through your right leg. Turning, spinning the heart for 3. Breathe big, 2. Last breath. Let's unfurl, turn the left toes back to forward, and fly into our standing split. Let your head bow heavy. Let your leg be light. Find the connection through the whole body, taking one last breath. Step your right foot to meet your left. And let's release and roll our way up to standing. Reach your arms out wide and high, inhale. And exhale, gather the hands to the heart. We'll just take a couple of balancing poses. So go ahead and close your eyes and keep your hands at the heart. And just tune in, feel your feet. And breathe. And we'll shift our weight over to the right foot and just gently unweight the left. We're gonna come into tree pose, Vrikshasana. So take the sole of the left foot somewhere along the right leg. And you may be a little wobbly. You could use something to hold on to if you need. You could also have your foot further down. But let's draw our hands to the back of the heart. And root through the standing leg. Press your left foot into your right thigh and press thigh back into foot. And see if that steadies you a bit. Find the inseam of your leg, the core of your leg. And when you're ready, float your arms wide and high. And feel your tree blossoming. How will your tree blossom? What are your fruits? What is your juicy beauty? How are you connected to the earth? Take a breath. And let's fall our way out of this. Whoosh! And just shake it out. Just take a little dance out. And make a little sound and shake out the shoulders and the hips. Give them a shimmy. Woo. And let's take the other side. So go ahead and shift your weight off to your left foot. And take a moment feeling that foot. And bring your right foot up somewhere along the inseam of that left leg. And press your leg into your foot and your foot into your leg. And it's okay if you lose balance like I'm doing. And this time we'll draw the hands to the front of the heart. Press foot into leg, leg into foot. Root standing leg down. Breathe into what is. And then blossom from those possibilities, even if they're not obvious possibilities. Sometimes we can make lemonade out of lemons, right? Lemons, wonderful fruit tree. Take a breath. Expand your awareness. And let's fall out of it. Whee! Beautiful. And just shake it out and dance it out and move it around. And let your head be loose and your shoulders and your rib cage and your waist and your hips and again your legs and your feet. Whoosh, what else is there to let go of? Gotta be something. Let it go. Shake it out. Move it through the arms. Move it through the legs. Move it through the head. Whatever it is, your little dance or a big dance. Let it be. Take a breath in and shake it out. Whoosh. Shake it off. Whoosh. Step to the fronts of your mats and draw your hands to your heart and close your eyes and feel. How do you feel right now? Whatever it is, let it come. Welcome it in. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, we'll fold, swan dive forward and down. Lift and lengthen, reach out, flat back, long, belly strong. Flow your way through vinyasa, meet me in downward dog. And reach your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, roll your hip open. Again, taking a nice circle with the knee. Seeing how this shifts and changes through the practice. Floating the left leg high. Step your right foot to your left wrist. And let's sink our way into pigeon. And just pause. Stay high before you fold forward. Walk your hands back to your hips and really root and ground through those hips, through those legs. Hopefully the center of your left knee is on the mat, as are the 5 toes of that left foot. Your right knee is wider than your right hip. Draw your hands to the leg now and your right leg, and just give yourself a little massage. And allow that to help you ground. And if you like, bend your back knee. And if you like, reach back for that foot with your left hand. This is not for everyone. It might feel great, it might not be possible. So you listen to you. If you're ready to fold forward, please do so. If you're kind of working and exploring with this bent left leg, do that. You can also spin, if you've got your left foot, spin your heart to the right, forward. And when you're ready, you could stay upright and fold forward. Your own timing, your own practice, your own dance. Let your jaw be released and even touch with your hands to your jaw. Let there be an extra sigh out the mouth. Touching again to the back of the neck, the temples. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. And release a little bit more, a couple more breaths. Maybe you go deeper in. Taking a few more breaths. Where do you notice something new in this pose? Maybe something you've never noticed about the pose before. And one option, by the way, is to curl the back toes under and lift the back knee. Maybe that's a new experience for you. 2 last breaths. And we will rise, rise, rise. Let's keep the right knee bent and swing the left leg up and around. And hug the right arm around that left bent knee and take the thumb and bring it, the left thumb, and bring it to the left hip crease and drop that outer left hip down as you draw the left knee in. And from there we twist and spin. And you find this in your own timing, your own way, big or small. Revolving, evolving, breathing, wringing out, wringing out, wringing out. What is there to wring out? Last 2 breaths. Finding your way. Let's gently unwind. And we'll bend the left knee and straighten out the right leg. So just switching it up. So left heel is toward the left pelvis. Right leg is extended just about in front of you, maybe a little off to an angle a little bit. And walk your hands under your tushy and move everything out of the way there. Come onto your sitting bones. And turn now to face the right knee. And just touch your hands to that right thigh and knee and just give yourself a little massage there. And then we're gonna slide down. And you may slide far or you may not slide far at all. So it doesn't matter where you go, but you're spinning gently to the right. We're just spinning the other way. So this should feel like a nice counter pose. And let your head bow. Shake out your head and lengthen out your spine. And you should feel a nice stretch to the flank, the outer low back, hip on the left side. Attend. Breathe. Take a couple more breaths. Last breath in. And feel the fullness of the pose. Can you come just to that moment of arrival? And let's walk it up and out. And let's find our way to downward facing dog. We're going to take the whole thing on the second side. So you might go through vinyasa, you might step straight back to down dog and just ease this out any way that feels good. Left leg flows to the sky. Bend the knee, roll your hip open again, circling out the left knee one last time. It's like casting a magic spell with your magic wand, knee, thigh. And then when you're ready, straighten out the leg and step left foot to right wrist. And just take a moment with this, sinking in, walking your hands back, lifting your heart. Hands come to front leg for massage, self-massage. And explore. You may also need a little support. Maybe you need something under your left hip. Can your heart be softened? And maybe bending the right knee and reaching with your right foot back for that right ankle, opening the chest. First, you spin to look at it, and then you spin away from it. And you may not be bending the knee, but you just find it. When you feel ready to fold, you fold. Playing, exploring, opening, strengthening. Of course, releasing. And you don't release before you can, so you just take the time and honor your timing. Honor the way this is going for you. Loving every step of the way. And seeing if you can let go a little more into the moment so that it just happens. The next moment becomes the next moment. 3 more breaths, bigger and deeper and fuller than ever. Jaw releasing. And we'll rise. Keeping left knee bent, spinning right leg up and around. Hugging left knee around, left arm around right knee. Drawing your belly in and in your own timing, spinning, 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 turning, turning. The right thumb, by the way, dropping that outer right hip down. Real good spread for the low back as well. And turn through all the parts of you. Deep belly, mid belly, low ribs, mid ribs, upper ribs, neck, eyes. Can you drop your shoulders and keep your heart open here? Last 2 breaths. Feel the fullness. And unwind. And we'll switch it up. Right knee bends, left leg extends. Right heel comes close to right side of pelvis if possible. Take your hands and move your tushy out of the way so your sitting bones are firm onto the earth as best you can. And we'll turn to face that left leg and give it a little loving touch, a little massage. It's really lovely to touch yourself lovingly, give yourself that time, and that draws you forward. Like self-care really brings you into a deeper experience of yourself. So there you are, finding yourself into Janu Sirsasana, knee kissing pose. So blow kiss to your knee, or you can even maybe touch down, kissing your knee. Who knows? Lengthen, extend, express. Take time. Let your head relax. Let your spine lengthen longer. Last couple breaths. And when you're ready, rise, rise, rise. Give it a little shake out. We're going to make our way to lying on our backs. And just take the time to move around in any way that feels really good for you, just for a couple moments here. We will be making our way to bridge pose next. So when you're ready, bending the knees, bringing the feet to the floor, if that feels right for you. And setting up for the pose, the feet walk in close to the hips. The hands can tickle the heels or the ankles. If you have a block and if you're feeling a little wiped out, tired, ready for a little, little even slower pace, press through your feet, lift through your hips. So you're going to choose what kind of bridge you'd like. If it's an active one, interlace your hands underneath, lift your hips, draw your heels toward your shoulders and your shoulders toward your heels, open your chest. If you're needing something more passive, tuck that block underneath the pelvis. Any height, lengthwise preferably, at any height. Use this time to open the fronts of the hips as well as the chest. Lift those hips. Draw the knees in toward one another. Draw the frontal hip bones toward one another. Notice what's happening in your neck, your breath, your heart. Stay with it as long as feels good for you. When you're ready, find your way down. Lift your legs to the sky. If you have a block, tuck it underneath your hips and lift your legs to the sky. Taking an inversion, so it could be this. It could be as simple as lifting your legs to the sky. It could be a shoulder stand, if you know that. It could be a headstand or a handstand. Only practice what you know, since we're not in the same room together. Take your time easing in, softening your heart, letting the energy drain from your legs so they become refreshed and renewed. Emptying out, so important. Slowing down. If you're in shoulder stand, you can bend your knees by your forehead or ears. If you're up with legs just up, just draw your knees into your chest. If you've got that block, remove the block. Keep your right knee hugged in, extend your left leg long, and let's twist left knee across the body. Right arm opens. Just twisting. Using this as the last pose, first half of the pose, to rig out anything that remains, anything that still needs rigging out, letting go, or even the sense of integration, drawing in a way that feels balanced, ready. And we'll go ahead and take that on over to the other side, pausing in the center, just for a little rock. Keep your left knee hugged in, extend your right leg now out and long. And we'll twist left knee across the body. Just your own way, your own timing. Left arm extends. Again, using this as an integrative tool. A moment to let go or draw in. To receive or to give away. And if there's any last pose that your body would like, now's the moment, now's the time. So finding your way in your own timing, in your own way to final relaxation, Shavasana, rest. Your body might be fully extended out on the mat, or you might have knees bent. Knees can knock in, or you can bring soles of feet together, knees out wide. So you choose, finding your way with this, resting. You may also choose to rest in meditation, a seated meditation. Maybe that feels really, really great today. But wherever you are, let go of the doing. Come into the being. into the earth and its medicine. Come into your breath in the softest, most gentle way possible. Let go. And begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And take a deeper breath in. And a fuller breath out. Maybe a stretch to your body. Another full breath in and out. Loosening, rolling to your side. When you are ready, finding your way to seated your own way. See if you can keep your neck and your head relaxed, your jaw soft. Coming to seat, feeling your body in vertical again. And really breathing, taking up a lot of space, breathing into your fullness, your full length, your full width, your full depth. Really find yourself here. Let's reach the arms out wide and high and gather the hands above and then draw that energy right down through the center to your heart. And we'll close with a single Om. Inhale. Hands rise to third eye center between the brows, touching in there, tapping into your deep wisdom, your inner knowing, your full deep divinity. I bow to you. Namaste.